All right. Howdy, everybody. Thank you for signing in. One more time for fun. The link to the agenda is in the chat. Welcome to the EMCO Coordination Committee meeting. That's where we're at. Uh, I am, for those who don't know me, Jennifer Liss, and I'm co-chair of the PCC Identity Management Advisory Committee. And as that in that role, I'm also on the EMCO Coordination Committee. So I guess I'm also nobody appointed me chair, but I own the meeting, so I tend to just do that. I don't always have to chair. If anyone else wants to, that's fine by me.
You want to do
Um,
a quick vote? Who votes in Jennifer as chair? And it'll just be like done.
I second.
Forever. Well, that's it. That's decided. Anyway, so thanks for being with us. Maybe because we have at least one new face. Is that true? Yeah. I think everybody else is know each other. Maybe we should do a quick round of intros, if that's all right. So I did me. I'm just gonna go down the list. It's mostly Zoom alphabetical. And do you wanna?
Sure. Hi, my name is Ann Washington. I'm a product manager at OCLC, but in this realm, I wear the hat as the IMAC, a person that's on the Identity Management Advisory Committee, and I work with the co-chairs of the World Cat Entities EMCO group. That's me, and I will go to the next person. Where's my participants list? Here we go. Next person is Krista.
Hey, I'm Krista Strickler. I'm the new face, which I'm sure you all know. I am a cataloging and metadata librarian at the University of Notre Dame. And yeah, since I'm brand new to this, I can't really say what I do here yet.
We'll get there. Thank you,
Mhm.
Krista. We're so glad you're with us.
Thank
Eric, do you
you.
want to go next?
Hi everyone, Eric Willie. I'm on IMAC. I think it's okay to say I'm the incoming chair, and mostly affiliated with the Wikidata community of practice, but looking forward to working with everyone.
Thank you. So he's incoming chair of IMAC. Yeah. Who was next? Jill, maybe?
J Jill Strachowski. I am in the World Cat group. I work at San Jose State. I'm in a lead for cataloging and government documents.
Mhm. Thank you much. Maybe Kyla?
Hi, I'm Kylie Jemison. I'm one of the Wikidata co-chairs, co-coordinators, and I work at the University of Toronto as a metadata librarian. And I think next is Lucas.
Uh, Lucas Mack. I work at Michigan State and I'm a member.
Thanks, Lucas. Mara?
Hi, my name is Mara Kalin. I'm a catalog and metadata librarian at Yale's Special Collections Library, and I am an outgoing co-convener of the Wikidata group, Community of Practice.
Thank you, thank you. More ways than one. Mary?
Hi, everyone. I'm Mary. I'm the Authorities Metadata Librarian at Cornell University, and I'm one of the co-coordinators for the Wikidata Community of Practice. And we will miss Mara and Sarah very much.
Mhm. Min Young, if you're able, can you introduce?
Hi everyone, I'm Min Young Chong and I'm on IMAC and I'm a metadata librarian at the University of Southern California. And our institution is also participating in Wikidata EMCO early adopter.
Mhm. Maybe Misty?
Hi everyone,
Oh, there.
I'm Misty. I'm the Metadata and Access Librarian at the University of Pittsburgh, and I'm one of the co-coordinators for the EMCO WorldCat entities.
Thank you. Robert?
Hello, I'm Robert. I'm a metadata librarian at Stanford University, and I'm a member of IMAC.
Sarah.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Caston. I'm a systems librarian at the University of Chicago. I am an outgoing registry coordinator for the Wikidata community of practice.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So now we kind of know at least somewhat about each other. Yes, do you want to put a huge thank you out to both Mara and Sarah for doing something that honestly I think is kind of brave because we said, hey, we're going to start EMCO. And also, we don't even know what EMCO is yet. And it's not built. And we have like no support for you. Hey, come join us and lead the thing. And y'all just stepped up. And boy, am I so grateful to you both for doing that. So thank you. I think you'll still be around in the communities. Like so it's not like we'll never see you again. But boy, thanks so much for kind of being on the journey with us. And just, yeah, huge gratitude to you both. Okay. We're also really glad that you're here to kind of help ease the transition for the new folks. So Krista introduced herself. We're missing Benjamin, who just had a conflict. This was hey, attend if you can. This is sort of last minute. Benjamin will be joining us maybe for our next meeting. All right. Oh, that's good to hear. Yay. I just want to give a FYI that I finally got my act together and got some things up on the wiki. So I just have a link in the agenda that
Hi, Jen.
Amanda, how did I miss you? I'm so sorry.
I joined late. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
all right. Please
Yeah.
introduce yourself, Amanda.
Yeah. My name is Amanda Xu. I'm the metadata librarian at the National Agriculture Library. I'm the IMAC member. This is my second committee meeting for EMCO coordinators. Glad to meet you all. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll see some of the IMAC members kind of come in and out of this meeting, and that's just because we're all doing a lot and kind of trying to attend as we can. So anyway, we can't always make everyone, but we try. We already have IMAC meetings, so we're like, anyway, thanks, Amanda. All right. So, okay, now, yeah, back to the agenda. So, the EMCO statistics document is live. People can reference it. I did give an FYI to the PCC Policy Committee. That's like the governing body of PCC. I shared that and the document we pulled together for guidance for, what do we call it? Registry coordinators. We wanted to get that kind of ready to have for Christina and Benjamin. Why did I link to that? Well, I can find it later. Hold on, I'll just do it right now. Give me a second, it won't be long. Da, da, da. We didn't workshop this one, I think, with Coco. We did it within IMAC. But anyway, it says working draft right on the top. And that is meant to mean that we're massaging and editing as we need to. If anything here doesn't make sense or something's missing, we can always add it. So that is something that we will probably come back to in a few months, maybe when everybody feels more settled in, particularly new people. And then we can kind of talk about it later. I don't think it's probably worth debating right now, but anyway, we wanted to have something out there for new registry coordinators, since we know something more than we did 12 months ago when we onboarded the rest of you. Okay. So in that vein though, I think we did want to check in a little bit about where we are on tracking statistics. So I think the latest thinking, if I'm remembering this correctly, this is where I really miss having my co-chair Crystal here, because Crystal's like, no, Jen, you're wrong. So any other IMEC member can correct me. I think what we were imagining was, for those of you who don't know, the PCC operates on the federal fiscal year. So October 1 is the start. So the PCC just follows it because LC is a big part of PCC. So anyway, so all committee appointments, statistics usually span that, October to September. And so the deadlines tend to be October 15th and then April 15th, I think. So we just followed kind of what the rest of the PCC does. We're always eager to not look too different than the rest of the PCC. I think that's why we just sort of tried to emulate what they're doing. Um, so we are kind of in the middle of a fiscal year for PCC, and we thought, perfect. We'll just try to test out whatever systems we need to do to get statistics reported, and then try to do a report for, the period of, roughly now till till September 30th, and then just kind of figure out how it goes. And then maybe if we all think it's going well enough, we could say officially we are tracking statistics for EMCO come October 1, and then um, see where that gets us. IMAC folks, does that sound right? Did I did I bungle that somehow? I see head nod. Thank you. Okay, so what do we think about that? Are we thinking it's doable? We have a few months to play around. Honestly, October is going to be here before we bat our eyes, It's like, um, Disney didn't have anything, so I'm like, okay, make it simple. Google Form. We have the PCC Google Drive. I could just do it that way. It's also not big. It's one of the smallest of the communities of practice, but Wikidata is updating the. Okay, yeah. It sounds pretty straightforward, unless you want to say more about it. Yeah, anyone from
Yeah.
Wikidata?
I just double checked my email and it looks like we told the community on May 26th that we're still definitely trying to figure out how to record statistics because there's
Mm-hmm.
a ton of options that have benefits and drawbacks in Wikidata.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but we did say that we hope to officially start tracking statistics during the next
Mm.
PCC reporting cycle that starts on October 1st. So
Okay.
hopefully people are actually trying out some of those methods.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And you think it'll end up in a Google form as well. Kind of makes sense. Keep it internal. Okay.
So I guess
World Cat
I was
entities. Oh, go
wondering,
ahead. Mhm.
how does IMAC want us to get the statistics for each of our registries to you all?
TBD.
Cool.
We all have access to the drive and we can see all your folders. And
Okay.
so unless there's like, we tried to do it set up the requirements in a way that there doesn't need to be an interpretation layer. Like whatever data you receive, we should be able to just be like, yep, that's it. Just scoop it up and put it wherever else we need to. We
Okay.
were batting around some ideas with LC folks who run like the statistics page for PCC, and it sounded like, oh, maybe we could um, just put links in for IMAC or EMCO and just, that's the statistics. So they'll actually end up in an official looking place when we're ready to be in production. This is still like a test phase, but that's what we imagine.
Okay.
All right. WorldCat entities. It looks like OCLC can just slurp up stats, which would be amazing. Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah. So I just wrote a little side note to myself that IMAC actually has to figure out how to collate everything. All right.
Yeah, though I think I got this Google form from Crystal. I did not make this.
Oh,
I kind of wonder if this might be where statistics are given to you all and collated. Because it does ask which registry statistics are you reporting.
yeah, it sure does. Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll ask Crystal about it. I
Yeah, I
still
think,
forgot this existed. So I'm glad you
yeah.
brought it up. Thank you. Mhm. All right. There's so many spinning plates to keep track of. Let me get this link. All right. Cool. Oh, cool. Good call. All right. That'll do. All right. So anyway, didn't want to belabor that one, but just FYI. If you have any questions that come up from your communities, feel free to ping IMAC co-chairs. We're happy to, or you can use the EMCO feedback form, whichever. We'll try and get you some answers. But yeah. We'll see. All right. I don't know why. All right. Well, anyway, agenda item number 3. It's just mentioning that there is still an open call for the EMCO lightning rounds. We've gotten a number of proposals, so we're excited to see that. But there's still like a good solid week and 2 weeks, maybe week and a half now, maybe. So if people wanted to still get something in, plenty of time. We're willing to do more than one of these if we get like an abundance of responses. So yeah, no worries if people can't quite make it this time around. We also had a request for someone who's like, I have a 30-minute presentation, and we're like, ooh, okay, it's a different event, but hold on, we'll see what we can do. So that was good to hear. I don't know. So no ask from any of you, just letting you know. We had this next item, error reporting across registries. I don't remember what context this came up in. And I didn't have time to search IMAX meeting minutes. I'm so sorry. But anyway, we thought that we would just lay it out there as something to be thinking about, as well as if you want to spend 5 minutes just sort of sharing any thoughts you might have about this. Has it come up? Jill.
I don't know who initially brought this up to this group, but I'm wondering if maybe this is, I mean, I don't remember from the meeting notes from last time how it got on here, but I'm wondering if it's similar to kind of the process that NACO and BIBCO do, where there's, an email that somebody's like, I think this authority needs to be reviewed. If maybe that's what the question was about, setting up something like that.
That certainly makes sense because I emailed Misty and the WorldCat entities folks a couple of weeks ago because there was a conflation in WorldCat entities that I could not fix because I do not have a WorldCat entities subscription.
Okay.
Disney also has the help us improve this record button. You can just click and send them a source you found, an obituary or something.
I make extensive use of that function. Yes.
The British Library team that supports that is so good. They're fast. At least they report that they do Indiana's right away. Oh, and denied.
That's okay. I was distracted because there's a tornado alarm going off.
Oh dear.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, well, please go run if you need to.
No. But Mary mentioned, I think it was Mary mentioned the email that you sent. So that reminded me because I was at ALA and now it's past ALA, but it's buried deep in the mines of my email.
Yes.
So I will I will send that along to our bib change team.
I fixed it. It's okay.
Oh, great.
Because Misty's the best.
Because Misty's the best.
Misty is the best.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of what I hope would happen is that because we're so in theory, ISNI will also one day be able to like raw edit ISNI. We wouldn't have to go through like the like advertise
official,
this is how report. Right.
Yeah.
Like we just had people who were like, allow me, and they just go and do it, right?
Yeah.
So
I
that
mean,
would be
that's how
cool.
the WorldCat cataloging listserv gets used sometimes. People will put it there.
Absolutely. PCC list, same thing. Hey, can someone or AutoCAD, hey, concert person, can you whatever?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So maybe it's a question of setting up a space like that.
Routing. Yeah. Just figuring out how to get it to the right person. Okay. Has this come up? It seems like the thing I guess I don't know. I see you, Amanda. I want to just get my words out before I forget about it. Sometimes we're running into M-code and NACO issues, and that feels like just a different flavor of this. And it feels like enough people in EMCO are also NACO members, not always, but sometimes. that's got to be something we can resolve. But anyway, I just want to point out that, that's also in play. Um, uh, okay, go ahead. Sorry about that. Amanda, you disappeared. Amanda, I can see you're unmuted, but I don't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, sorry. I have a question about uh identifier that we created using Wikidata or ISNI or using Meridian. And if it's the author, do you record them also in the bib record? Like a 100. Do you record them in subfield 0 or subfield 1? And do you use HTTP URI or do you just use the numbering string in your 100 to 700 field? That's just, I'm trying to understand the situation because I just drafted a policy to mandate HTTP URI for all the persistent identifier used at NAL. So in 100, 700, we use subfield 1. We use HTTP URI. We also use OCUT. And if you put this identifier there, how many do you put? Do you put the meridians, WorldCat entity? You put Wikidata entity and OCUT ID, all of them in your 100 field? It's just practice. I would like to learn. So sorry, it might be not on the agenda, but it's just, I'm just curious how people are doing it. Yeah. Do you have a policy or PCC have a policy? I didn't see it. Thank you.
I think,
Lucas.
Lucas.
Thank you.
Lucas is ahead of me.
Thank
As
you.
always.
Oh,
So maybe your questions are answered there.
good. I'll check.
Maybe.
Thank you.
If they're not, let's flag it and talk about it in IMAC, and then we can bring it
Okay.
back to this group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
good.
doesn't
Thank you.
really address like how many you put in, like how many
Oh.
subfield 1 you want to put in. It doesn't address that. But like in terms of the subfield coding as well as like HTTP or HTTPS, that document will answer those two questions.
Do they recommend using HTTP URI instead of a numbering string? It just lists the possibility.
Well,
It lists
if it's a subfield 1, because like ISNI Wikidata, they are supposed to go into subfield 1, and if they are in subfield 1, it should be like HTTP URI. Whether it's HTTP or HTTPS, it depends on like which one is the canonical URIs for that registry. But if it's a subfield 0, if you want to put them in subfield 0, is really up to you. But I think PC recommendation is to use dereferenceable URI, which means HTTP URI, instead of like the
Thank you.
identifier preceded with the MAC organization code.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I couldn't find the document. PCC recommend HTTP URI. I can't find that document. Yeah, but this is the good. I'll cite this in my policy statement. Yeah, thank you.
So this does talk about it, but just from a functionality standpoint, and you can see OCLC and Library of Congress as they are augmenting these records with leaked data, it's always the full URI. And they're trying to use real world identifiers, RWI when possible, although that's still in progress, as like a canonical URI. But I think for any records that in North American group is especially US group is using, you want wherever possible to use either the Library of Congress or the OCLC full entity URI. And all 5 or 6 of the big registries being used are working on getting each other's identifiers into their systems. So in an ideal linked data world, everybody's linked data registries will have each other's linked data references. That kind of makes sense. I don't know. But yeah. You can this is a good document, but I think there was another one from Library of Congress recently that I'm gonna
Do you
look
mean
to find about.
Modern Mark, the document?
I think I saw it in their BibFrame requirements document, and they were talking about identifiers and URLs. I'll see if I can find it and
Thank
send to
you.
the group.
Yeah, this is very good. Thank you, Min Yang. Thank you, Lucas and Jill. Yeah, thanks.
I did the thing. Sorry. So anyway, I will I guess invite you all to kind of think about this in the context of your own communities, and IMAC will do some more thinking at our level about how we might facilitate this. We have already come across other reasons to sort of establish that EMCO at equivalent to the, BibCo, NACO, Concert at LOC.gov thing. So we know that's already a need. And so maybe we just need a reporting form or something. Anyway, okay, thanks. Looking at the time, I think I scheduled this 45 minutes. So can we do the round robin updates? I'd love to hear if anyone has anything to share, and then we can kind of come back to the events thing if we have time. It's not urgent. It's just something we were trying to think through. But I guess I'll go first. I was doing alphabetically and Isney's first. We've met once since I stepped in as interim coordinator, and it went well. We had a few new people to onboard. We are still trying to find that standing meeting time, that magical time. It's a huge, we have to kind of accommodate the UK and the West Coast. And so there's always that like, oh, we have 1 hour. So anyway, we're trying to figure out the time to meet. And yeah, looking forward to getting them on board with statistics. We are still waiting to hear about a solution to, can the PCC like have a membership that it can just, give editing access to others in EMCO, and TBD. There's like active conversations happening. So more on that as we have it. I think that's it for Isney. Yeah. Wikidata, is there anything you want to share with this group that's helpful? Or questions you want us to take to policy committee? Anything? There doesn't have to be anything. That's fine.
Okay, I took a couple of deep breaths. Kyla unmuted. Kyla, you should go. I've been talking far too much.
I was just going to thank you so much to Mary for doing a wonderful job running our. Oh, sorry, my mic wasn't there. Thank you to Mary for doing a wonderful job running our election. We had 3 candidates, which was really exciting for two spots. I think when we were all appointed, there were 5 candidates for 5 spots, and so having an excess was wonderful. Yeah. Look forward to continuing. Yeah, the statistics thing is really the thorn in our side right now, I would say. trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
And yeah, sorry, I'm watching you type. That's distracting. Yeah, so we will try out some ways of doing that and see how that goes. And maybe some of our new co-coordinators will have wonderful ideas.
Mhm.
So excited to have you joining us, Krista and Benjamin, if you listen to this later.
Anyone want to chime in? Mary? No. You don't have to. Okay. Any questions for anybody in the Wikidata group?
Oh, sorry. I guess I will say, I acknowledge that IMAX seems to want to run on the same schedule as PCC elections wise, but we figured since a lot of
We didn't
us
care.
run on the
Yes.
July to June fiscal year, we would just align with that. If that ends up being a problem, we can figure it out. But
We didn't care. We just wanted to make sure that was going to happen. We were delighted. It was fine. Yeah. The cool thing about being in an early adopter phase is we can kind of just do what we feel, vibe wise is right for us. And we don't get interfered with, so totally fine. Okay. WorldCat entities. Oh, can I just want to say, there was what does MCLS stand for? Midwest Collaborative for Library Services Linked Data Users Group. Every year has a Wikidata edit-a-thon. And because I'm also on that group, I'm like, hey, why don't we just talk to the EMCO Wikidata people? And they gave us the thing that we always find is the hardest, which is the data set to work with. And so we decided to do corporate bodies as the theme. We've done personal, we've done, and that was a real gift. Thank you to all the folks who helped out with that. I didn't get to attend most of the sessions, I only did the middle one, but it was super great to have people who were like, oh, here's how we can help you do this. It was just wonderful. I thought the people who got to do Wikidata for the first time learned a ton. And most of all learned that it's like there's a community to help you. Like you don't have to just like flail around and then give up. And so that was just something we heard in the feedback and overwhelmingly good feedback to PS. So thank you so much. Just putting on my MCLS hat for a moment. That was really amazing.
well, we're delighted to hear that. And Sasha, I hope you're watching the recording later because
Yeah,
Sasha
yeah.
did all of the heavy lifting on that one. I think Kyla and I just helped a little bit with assembling the data set. I will say though, Sasha was especially pleased that there was so much feedback on the corporate body's application profile that we created because there was a lot of good discussion about the personal names one, which was fantastic.
Sure.
But it seems like corporate bodies did not get as much love, and it seems like during the edit-a-thon, some of the issues with the corporate body's application profile really came out. So it gave us a lot to think about. So it was really,
Wonderful.
really kind of LDOG to allow to have their members test drive our application profile.
That's amazing. Well, I'm glad it was a happy outcome and not just a ton of work for y'all. That's great.
It
All
was
right.
no trouble at all, Jennifer. It was a delight.
Yay. That was yeah, it was a great
Or at least
program.
no trouble for me. I don't know
Sasha.
what Sasha would say, but it seemed like Sasha was also having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. Good, good. So anyway, that's just sorry, my interruption. Okay. WorldCat entities. What's happening?
What is happening?
Hmm. If it's just an update, it's okay. We can just move on. Sorry, I put everyone on
No,
the spot.
we have an update. I mean, the update is that we have been I mean, it's not a thrilling update because we're just working our way through the properties. But we've had a lot of good discussions around, I mean, uh, essentially, I think what the Wikidata group did, putting together that application profile, I'd say it's, quite parallel to that, going through the properties and seeing what questions we have, what feedback there is, and kind of assembling some best practices and things like that. So I
Yeah, the
think,
conversations are good, and we got a number of new people onboarded, right?
yeah, yeah, we had, I don't know, 10 new people. It seemed like
That's right.
a a number like that.
Yeah, it was like 10 or 12, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Good.
And Anne gave a great presentation at ALA.
Oh yes, I gave the EMCO update.
Yeah.
We had one person that might be interested in iMac.
Aha. Okay,
But
that's right.
as I
Yeah.
mentioned, we were added as a little square next to NACO, SACO, and something else. There's another one. There were 4 squares.
BIPCO and
Oh,
concert.
the
BIPCO.
programs.
Yeah.
The programs. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen wireframes for the website, which EMCO has added. They're just trying to find developer time to do it. So we're like, come on. They hard coded those tabs, y'all. That is not like a wireframe. It's not CSS. It's like they code every page.
Old school.
Very old school. So anyway. So that's why it's taken a while. But anyway, yeah. Yes. Gratitude to Anne for repping both iMac and EMCO. It was a session that was designed to kind of like, this is what PCC is. You should join us. You're probably doing the same work we do. Anyway.
But I have
All
to
right.
drop. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Thanks, Leanne.
Everyone.
Toodaloo.
Okay, bye.
All right. We have a few minutes. So maybe we could just sort of start this conversation, and if we run out of time, that's okay. We kind of put it in the hopper for next time. So jumping back up to number 5, communicating EMCO events. I think we were in iMac and we were like, oh, what could we do to kind of help put the word out about what's going on, helping the members knowing what's happening in other communities of practice? Because we actually get some questions about that, like what is the whole thing doing? And one of the ways we thought we could do this is by trying to develop some sort of EMCO events calendar. I don't know if that's going to look exactly like the PCC wide calendar. Maybe our events should be in the PCC. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. But we kind of wondered what this group's take on that would be. I think things are generally announced on the EMCO wide listserv when there is something to announce. Isney's not had a lot to say. No, we'll get there. So anyway, and I think this is both for internal people, but also people just on the outside looking in. The hardcore NACO person who's like, what are they even doing? You know, so it's just that kind of thing. Like how do we start talking about ourselves outside of this community? Robert, did I get that right? I know that you were working on this a little bit. At least
Yeah,
thinking it
that
through. I don't
sounds
know.
about right. I mean,
Yeah.
the advantage of something like the PCC calendar would be, besides the fact that you've got things like this upcoming, what is it, lightning round
Mm,
session we're going to do, community of practice meetings. You've got kind of one place where they're at. You could have a link to an agenda. And you could also have links to slides or recordings, and it's kind of all
mm,
nicely put in one spot. You can kind of think of it as one-stop shopping, as opposed
mm.
to always, if you're trying to remember what was going on, sifting through various emails and the like, searching inboxes and
Yeah, which is always a terror, at least in my
but
inbox.
the thing that's going to come up with this is because right now there's really no kind of centralized EMCO
That's
leadership.
right.
I mean, it's like how, who would be responsible for adding things and maintaining things is one question that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How does that land for people? Any thoughts about, or at least preliminary ideas about that? I can't remember if our last EMCO event made it. Actually, I think any of the EMCO central events that iMac does tend to be part of a bigger agenda. So the event is called the PCC virtual meeting. And EMCO is just like a one component of a three-part agenda, but that's not quite the same. Seiko has a Seiko office hours, for instance, which is fabulous. P.S. They are great. Okay, well, I'm happy to have just like introduced the idea. And we can always come back to it if we want to think on it some more. I still haven't I forgot to reach out to what are they called? SCMP, Standing Committee on Memberships and Programming, to see if they kind of wanted to help us think about this, do this, at least the bigger events that are more outward facing. Certain things like ISNI community of practice, like doing our own internal training, probably not gonna, rise to the the urgency of getting it on the calendar, but maybe a more general info session would, I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of what I was thinking about in that vein. Okay, maybe we could, in IMAC, come up with a proposal and you vet it for us. How does that sound? I think the problem is we've just asked a question and it's too it's too vague. If we give you something concrete, you can tell us you hate it and tell us what to do instead. Does that sound like a better approach, folks? Yeah. You're happy to take suggestions up front too, but okay. Well, if you're interested in working on this problem with us, feel free to contact me after the meeting and we can kind of do a little brainstorm. We can invite you to an IMAC meeting because you need another meeting in your life, I guess, but that's fine. Or we'll take suggestions sort of asynchronously via email too. All right. Oh, I think part of this came out of the survey we did as well. We did a big membership, hey, how's it going? And one of the things we heard was communication needs to be better. So I think maybe this is part of what that also comes from. So anyway, now you have context. All right, why don't we pick this up another time? I'm more interested in us ending on time today because it's so hot here. I'm like melting. I'm gonna go do something else now. Hey, thanks for doing this at the end of the day, if it is the end of the day for you. For some people, it's probably not. And I think we meet. Krista, if you don't have other meetings on your calendar, let me know and I can get them on for you. But otherwise, I think everybody's set up and ready, raring to go. Okay, anything else we should be thinking about to talk about next time? Any items, Jill?
This isn't necessarily for next time, but just I wanted to ask
Oh.
the group here if anybody has worked with the folks who are working on Share VDE. I know that's a project out of Europe, but
We
they
are.
started, yeah?
Yeah.
They started adding works to the registry, so I was just wondering how they were
Oh.
doing with that.
I can do some poking around. Do you want to talk separately about that sometime?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just curious. I haven't
Interesting.
seen I know they're always making improvements, but I haven't seen any webinars from them lately, and
They
they
were
seem
literally
lovely
just here
to.
on Monday showing us their latest thing. I think they'll be doing
Oh,
a recording one at BibFrame in Europe. So
well, okay.
in September-ish, there'll be a new video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd love it if you could forward me any of
Okay.
that. Okay,
I will check what we got.
thank you so much.
No problem.
Intriguing. Okay. This ecosystem's not sitting still, y'all. We're doing all the linking. As someone said earlier, we're putting the links in the data. All right. Well, hey, why don't we conclude this meeting? Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Bye.